Hello, welcome to the quarter to three live stream of Surviving Mars. Let's see if we can actually live up to the title. My name is Tom Chick. I'm here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 6 p.m. Pacific, and this is Friday. Congratulations, you've made it to Friday. I imagine some of you right now are out seeing Tomb Raider. I'll be there myself shortly. Okay, Surviving Mars. I'm going to spare you guys my first city, which is a big mess because it's where I was figuring out basic stuff in the game. It's really unsightly. It's doing fine, but it's pretty ugly. So I'm starting a new Martian expedition here. Here's the site. I decided to land here. I played it kind of like Off-World Trading Company, which I don't think you're supposed to do, where I just dropped probes around different places. And I was like, okay, I guess that one looks good. But it occurred to me I probably should have just probed one. I don't know. I might have inefficiently probed. At any rate, after dropping probes around in different places, I was like, I'm going to go to this place. It's got some metal and it's got water. Here's the rocket that landed. Should I be Tom's-plaining this or just playing? You guys probably just want me to play. Okay, so it's paused right now. I do like that you can pause the game. And I love these little vistas. Like, it looks very Martian. Look at that. One of the things you don't want to do is play this game like Aven Colony, which you might be tempted to do, in that you might think, oh, I need to cluster all my buildings together, because Aven Colony is very much about stuff being packed tightly and getting maximal use of space. And that might be something that happens eventually in Surviving Mars. But early on, go ahead and spread your stuff out, partly because these stupid cables need to be adjacent to everything. And like these two solar panels here, they don't connect to anything unless one of these heavy cables, and you can see the heavy cable has small cables there. When these get built, they'll send small cables out to the heavy cable. So this is basically an infrastructure you need to lay, as well as these pipes. These carry oxygen and water. Eric Geithner says, are the tutorials in this game good? Eric Geithner, no. But I'm okay with that. Now, some people might complain about that, and my first city is a textbook example of what happens if you don't hold the player's hand early on. What I'm okay with doing, and what I just did before we started streaming, this right here. This is called, they call it an encyclopedia, but in the olden days, when I was growing up, these were called manuals. And it's pretty thorough. The game mechanics are spelled out here. You read through this, you're going to be good. Here's the encyclopedia part. If you want to know what does an atomic accumulator do? Actually, what does it do? Oh, it stores power, of course. Then you just look up the stuff here. If you want to know, what's concrete for? There, you read that. By the way, it's not regular concrete, it's sulfur concrete. Building material, and the little text tells you. On Mars, they scrape up sulfur and mix it with water, and they make concrete that way. And we've got plenty of it, you will note, because we have a concrete extractor over here. Look at that. It's just all, I'm taking sulfur off this area, mixing it with water, 14 concretes. We have no metal food or rare metals. We have this exotic stuff here, which I don't need yet, because it showed up on the rocket. I guess I totally could have changed this. One of the cool things I like is when you start off, you can set what space agency you're working for, what is your commander's specialty, and what stuff do you want your starting rocket to bring in. And I was like, oh, I'm not going to be able to make these, so I'm going to bring those. But no, I probably should have brought some basic metals, which I think is what we're hurting for now. So real quick, let's call in some, yikes. So when you play as Europe, it looks like you only get 2 rockets. I think you can probably build more later. On the very easy, what's the basic setting? I think is it America? I forget what the default setting is for the first baby game. You get like 5 rockets. Lord Kosk wants to know what logo I chose. How would I show you guys? I'm unimpressed with all the logos. And, okay, this isn't... Can you get back okay, dude? I'm a little worried about my rover. We'll find out. Because they don't have a rescue rover. It's like spin tires, right? You drive a truck out, and it runs out of gas, and then you got to go drive another truck to rescue it. Well, what if you only have the one truck? I only brought the little Explorer rover. Lord Kosk says the game needs a logo designer. Richard Holt says, is this a good game? Richard Holt, I couldn't tell you. No idea yet. Oh, hold on. I guess I have to do some cat management. All right. Come on, buddy. I know. You don't like Surviving Mars. You're bored. Okay. All right. have fun. All right, the cat has now gone outside, and we can live stream Surviving Mars uninterrupted. All right. All right, we're back. Chris Markinson wants to know if I've seen Thoroughbreds. Chris Markinson, shut up. I totally want to. And based on basically just reading one little tiny headline. So stop talking about Thoroughbreds. But no, I haven't seen it. Definitely want to. One thing that I'm a little bit peeved about, I love how, and I'm going to use this word, this little view here is just really immersive. Look at my little drone, scrolling so slowly, carrying a little block of concrete, and he drops it off. I don't know what does it mean when he's flashing, when that little light is flashing? Does it mean he's going to repair something? Oh no, he's low on energy. Very cool. So I love how immersive this is. This is a great view. Oh, there's my logo. It's a little recursive. The logo on the rocket is the rocket. So as I was saying, I love how immersive it is until these big ass icons here. Put something else there. It makes me keenly aware I'm playing a video game. I mean, I'm aware of that anyway, but keep my awareness that I'm playing a video game to the HUD. Get that stupid thing off of there, or at least put a different graphic there. Blech. You know, actually, can I turn those off or change those? Actually, I don't want to turn them off because that's information I need. But it messes up. That's not what Mars looks like. I've seen pictures from the Curiosity rover. These icons don't exist on the surface of Mars. All right. Oh, and just to remind you guys, if you'd like to see me live stream something this coming Wednesday, just type into chat, I vote for, and the name of whatever game you'd like me to live stream. And then on Monday at 7 p.m. Pacific, we'll do a drawing. Look at how much concrete I have and how little metal. All right, so I think I've run out of metal, because you can find metal just lying around. Maybe they only pick it up as needed. Let's queue something to be. Oh, no, yeah, so these aren't getting built because they're short on metal. And so I guess there's no more metal to be picked up. So, okay, here we go. I've already screwed up my starting game. Let's get a cargo rocket, and I have these aren't $5,000. This is millions, I guess. So is this 5 billion? Whatever. Let's just call it 5,000 M bucks. They're space bucks. Let's see. 5 metals cost, oh yeah, metal's cheap. And what's my weight limit? All right. 50 metal, there you go. We are, of course, going to rename this. Let's rename this the shoot a monkey. The shot monkey. All right, so I've got my 2 rockets here. 5, 4, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off. There we go. And it's going to take frickin' forever to get here. All right. Also, what happened on my first game, these icons stopped working. I loaded the game up. I don't know what happened. There was a patch since I started that game, but it was driving me crazy because I was wanting to use these to jump to the alerts, and it didn't work. It wouldn't do it. So it's nighttime on Mars right now, which is why we've got this alert, because I'm getting my power through solar panels. I don't have any accumulators to store extra power I've created through the day. So during nighttime, we have a little shutdown. This little bar here is like a clock. And each day on Mars is called a sol. All right, yeah, look, this guy's out of power. All right, and I don't have a drone hub to go pick him up. I probably should have gotten another drone on that cargo rocket. This thing right here, you know, in the first game, this thing automatically would automatically refuel. I might have pushed myself into a dead end here, and that might have been a facet of the starting game's space agency or commander. Let's see, do I have a way to automatically refuel? I don't think I do. I could salvage it, but I don't want to do that. It has to be refueled. I guess, you know, maybe the refueling module was pre-built in your first game. It could be. And also, I thought I picked prefabs. Do I have anything that's prefabricated? And how would I know? I guess I don't. So this is the building menu.
Sector scanned.
Oh,
Anomaly found.
well, I found an anomaly, but I don't have anything to go explore. Oh, look, yeah, fuel refinery. Oh, I'm so dumb. I probably should have done this. And it needs to be set up connected to a pipe and a cable. Dagnabbit, I might have to start over this game. I was hoping to figure this stuff out before I live streamed for you guys. So does this radius, how far does the refueling? Oh, I guess the drones. Okay, I see. The drones will pick up fuel that gets processed. So if we stick it adjacent to these pipes and cables here, does that get them all? Yes. And it's a prefab, so I'm not going to need metal, right? Yeah, it's just going to do construction progress. As soon as these drones, I guess, wake up. Wake up, guys. Okay, let's wait for daylight. Oh, and look, you can also, variable speeds, super helpful. Here come some drones. What's with those guys? Are they just dead? No, they've got a full battery. I guess there's only a few guys that can, like a work limit. All right, so we're going to have our refinery, which will eventually refuel this thing. Because, yeah, it is working. It's got power. It's got connections to whatever water it needs. Here's my little colony overview. 2 power surpluses. Let's go ahead and build a power. Oh, what other things do I have prefabbed that I didn't build? A moisture evaporator. Isn't that from Star Wars? Aren't moisture evaporators things that Uncle Owen and Luke are working on at Tatooine? I don't know my Star Wars real well. We'll put that. It needs to be near a pipe and a cable. Let's see if I can fit it in here. Yeah, no, it doesn't. Is that? Yeah, so that's getting the pipe and the cable. Yeah, there we go. Colton Westrate wants me to live stream the Target exclusive Oregon Trail handheld game. What is that? Fred Uwe is trying to convince the people in YouTube chat that Annihilation is a quote great film. Oh look, I didn't. There's a pipe right here. Why isn't it connecting? Pipe. Look, it's adjacent. I'm very confused. What else is new? Let's see. Do I have to? All right, what am I being told here? It's producing this. Warning, must be connected to not enough power. Well, look, it's got, okay, yeah, so I'm low on power because it's nighttime now. As this bar fills up, the shaded bit is nighttime, the light bit is daytime. Okay, this thing now is incoming. Here comes the shot monkey with the metal. One thing I know because I read the manual, don't land your rockets near your solar panels because it kicks up a bunch of dust, and dust is not good for solar panels. We're just going to get a neat line of rockets here. Right there. Lord Koss says get a battery built. So Lord Kosk, I'm not that worried about a battery. I don't mind the downtime during night. I don't think there's any time limit wearing on me. And there are no
active research.
Oh,
Complete.
there's a whole tech tree here. Look what I found in the way out here. So this I've got because I'm a European politician. Licenses for technology, earned 500 million funding. It's repeatable. And it has an Elon Musk quote. Yeah, I don't need to be spending my 3,000 research towards that. I guess let's work on our drones. And now this isn't something, by the way, where you choose this and you work your way here. Once things are unlocked, which there are anomalies you can research, this I think unlocked because I'm a politician, you can just pick whatever you want to research. And I guess they get increasingly expensive. Yeah, that looks about right. Let's see. I don't care about the probe things. Faster drones. Clearing. Let's go ahead and increase rocket cargo space because we've only got 2 rockets. We got to make the best of them. Eric Geithner says Annihilation's already on Netflix. Eric Geithner, Annihilation. It was, the studio's messing around with experimenting with this theatrical release and internet releases. Annihilation, the deal was it would be in theaters for 2 weeks, or actually for 3 weekends, and then it would be available on Netflix. All right, here is let's see, what's my colony overall? All right, plenty of metal, plenty of concrete, no apples, and no coins. I can't harvest this until I get colonists out here, and I can't get colonists. So what's going on? Okay, by my view here, this looks like it's right next to this pipe. I don't understand why it's not connecting. It should be connecting here, right? Oh, I guess what it's saying is the pipe has to be here. All right. So there's a little tricky layout thing, but that's okay. We can work around this because we'll just draw the pipe down this direction. So we'll just put it here. Pipes cost 1 metal per 5 lengths of pipe that you lay. All right, we'll do that. All right, it's just me trying to figure out the iconography here. Oregon Trail's like a survival game roguelike. It's right in line with what kids like. So the original Oregon Trail, right? Fred Uwe says, I'm surprised people are calling Natalie Portman a one-note actor. Maybe I haven't watched that many of her films. She's the original Manic Pixie girlfriend. What's the Manic Pixie girl? Manic Pixie. I think I'm missing another adjective there. It's the trope of the girl who helps the lonely male young artist realize himself. See, look, these are dusty, these aren't. And this little maintenance bar fills up as they get dustier, and when it fills all the way up, it costs metal to maintain them.
Sector scanned.
Manic Pixie Dream Girl, that's what it is. Writing about, it was some Cameron Crowe movie with Orlando Bloom, probably about Keira Knightley. But Natalie Portman in Garden State is a really good, and I mean this without irony, it's a great performance as a typical Manic Pixie Dream Girl. But I didn't care for her in Annihilation. I mean, it's just I partly didn't care for the script in that. All right, so let's see. What we're trying to do is let's now get some batteries built because we've got plenty of metal. Oh, was there any other prefab that I didn't build? Let me just run down the list here. No. All right, so these power accumulators, now we're going to need our polymers. We have 15 of them. How much power does it hold? I guess it doesn't matter. Let's go ahead and make 3 of them. We'll just line it up here. This is our, whoops. This is our, if you hold down shift, everybody knows this, you can build multiples. All right, 3 power accumulators. We've got a water tank. We're producing water and oxygen. Eric Geithner says, I think you meant I like Natalie Portman from what I've seen. I haven't seen her in anything recently. Chris Marcus says Annihilation's not on Canadian Netflix. Oh. Richard Holt says I liked her in Ex Machina, where Hazy Silhouette points out that wasn't her, that was Samara Weaving. You guys are
Cable
great.
fault reported.
Cable faults. We got to get that repaired. Marketson, yeah, the sound design in Annihilation was amazing. I loved that. It belonged in a way better movie, I thought. So until Drone fixes this, hey, dude, you walked right past that. Here, oh, here's this guy, and he's taken. It takes, I think, a little metal. So things break down. That, I think, is one very important difference between this game and Cities Skylines, which wasn't the same developer, but it's the same publisher. If I recall correctly, Cities Skylines had no randomness. There weren't things that could go wrong. You could leave it running overnight and then just earn a bunch of money when you come back the next morning, and you would be fine. And you could deal with anything with money. Why is that still broken? Fix that. There you go.
No active research.
Well, let's fix that. Because we're getting 500 beakers a day, an hour. What? Oh my God, I didn't realize this. It doesn't even fit on a full screen. And we want to spend that, I don't know, I guess let's work on our drones now. Faster drones, drone hubs, yeah, more drones. We'll do that. And then, you know, we'll make them faster. There, that's queued up. Eric Geithner says, I might be more into this game than Stellaris. Well, Eric Geithner, I should certainly hope so. All right, where is, how long until we can send this guy back? Oh, refueling. I was looking at the wrong stupid entry. Yeah, all right. So when he gets to 60, it can go back. And let's see, we want to get... So we are producing oxygen. Why is it? I guess it's not surplus because, let's see, how much water is here? 100 stored water. Oh, we need an oxygen tank. Let's also get some provision to store oxygen. What would you call that? Oh, you would call... Oh, we're not even making oxygen, do we? All right. Let's put this, and it needs to be near a cable, but I can deal with that in a minute. Let's put that there, and we will put an oxygen tank next to it. And I can rotate these, you will note, doop, like so. There. And what we're looking to do eventually is get this dome built. And that's going to cost, we could afford, oh, we need more polymers. Shoot a monkey. All right, well, I shouldn't have built so many of the dome accumulators. So, I should jot this down. I'm taking notes. Is this cheating? Dome, colon, 1 polymer. Concrete. I think we're maxed out on concrete because our storage is full. No? No, we just haven't produced that much. All right, so we'll eventually make that much concrete. And then metals. I'm just going to write resupply. And let's ask for about, I don't know. Actually, just metals is what we need. Until we get this little mine going here. And even this, look at this. It's a limited number. Yikes. Left Empty wants to know if there's an alarm clock in this.
Scanned.
Wants to know if there's an alarm clock in this game to keep the player from nodding off. Left Empty thinks this is boring. Lord Kosk says Frostpunk is out next month. That's the guys that did This War Is Mine, right? All right, so this is not producing concrete because it is now full. But... Oh, these things... That can't be right. Look, it can hold... Stores 30 units of each resource. You know, it helps to read. How much is this costing me, actually? Universal Depot, which is just a flat pad. Oh, you're just basically telling guys, hey, you can keep stuff here. You can tear these down with impunity, I believe. Look at the burst of activity once I freed up space. All right, so I was thinking this meant, well, there's plenty of room for concrete, but it looks like there's only 1 row for each resource, which means me turning off the resources in these other areas. I was going to try to make some of them dedicated for rare resources, some of them dedicated for basic resources, but that looks like it makes no sense if they can only hold. And I guess the way you would do that is build one of these. And they don't cost anything, I see. So it's basically you're allocating space. Let's go ahead and give them more dumping space here. This is the junkyard. This is kind of a city skyline. Wasn't it in city skylines where you could, where trash was a big deal? Trash and dead bodies, right? Those were both in city skylines. All right, okay, we need to connect a cable. It's not a cable, it's a pipe. C is cable. There are great hotkey support in this game. Just the infrastructure mess here. Actually, it's not the best way to do it. Let's, and why not? Whatever. Does this need power? It looks like it does not. Yeah, storage does not need power. That makes sense. It's just a big tank. You put stuff in it. Lord Koss says, drop a dedicated concrete pad. Yeah, that's probably way easier to track stuff. You know, Lord Koss, I like that idea. Let's just put it right outside of the concrete depot. Oh, and there's the icon for concrete. Do you guys see this word?
Research complete.
And read it despot? And vice versa? Research complete. I don't even think I need to... yeah, so drone swarm. So my little drone hub, I've only got this one. I think it supports more drones. And you can see down here, there's only 4. Why are there... Let me see what that was. Dismantle it. No. Research is H. Drone hubs are constructed with additional two drones, and the maximum number of drones. Okay, I guess because I've already constructed it, that doesn't apply to the previous drone hub. Shialo and Twitch is bestowing us with emojis. Bags of memes. He's throwing up, what do you call the horns? You guys in YouTube can't do that stuff. Haha. Hazy Silhouette says no multiplayer, and he's correct. Richard Holt wants to know if this supersedes OTC. Pfft, please. Yeah, this is a city builder. Off-World Trading Company is a real-time strategy game. I feel so bad that this poor little explorer. Well, as soon as we get a shuttle bringing. Oh, let me make a note. What's the rover that can? I think it's a transport rover. Or is it a drone rover? I think it's transport, right? Transport rover. Actually, we want one of each. All right, so we'll order those the next time we can get a shuttle up. Oh, Christy says it seems like the goal in this game should be terraforming Mars, making it green. Christy, one of the things they do here, and this is very similar to what they did in Stellaris, is there is an overarching, I guess it's like an end game storyline. They call it a mystery here. And there's a list of them, and for all I know, maybe one of them is terraforming Mars. There's got to be one that has like Martian pyramids. So I've got 4 drones from that, and I guess drones, yeah, and 6 drones from each rocket. All right. Oh, no drones from that rocket. So I guess this rocket, when it arrived, the loadout included 6 drones. I guess that makes sense.
Sector scanned. Select a sector to scan.
All right, let's now look around us, and we're just trying to unfog the immediate surrounding areas. So we'll queue this up, and then these 2. I guess we'll see what's down here, even though I don't think I can make use of this. I mean, that just looks like closed off terrain, right? All right, we're running low on metal. At this point, I have kind of played myself into a dead end. Not nearly as bad as my starting game. It's not a dead end, it's just a mess. At least this right here, the dead end I'm in, is very orderly. Yeah, Christy's saying absolutely. You got to find those precursor civilizations on Mars. Lukask wants to know if I have a scanning tower up. Lukask, I don't, simply because, so a scanning tower will accelerate scanning here, but that's not really a priority for me at this point. I'm sure, oh, look at that. A meteorite just landed. Is it a meteor or meteorite? It's a meteorite when it hits the surface, right? It's a meteor in space. So no, I have not built a scanning tower. Let's see, how much spare power do I have? Well, none right now. Let's see, power shortage. Is there a way to look at my power demand? There's gotta be. These panels here for colonists, which there aren't any yet. I don't know what my overall demand is. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I can look at it. Demand is 25. Oh, that's why the shortage is because I'm producing 0. So that is my demand. And my production, I wonder if it's variable. I think it is, because look here, as these things get dirtier, I think they produce less. Well, not producing during the night, of course. We'll find out. Generates power. Its effectiveness decreased by dust accumulation. Yeah. So I imagine you, okay, let's send this thing back. Launch. Here, let's watch it.
No active research. Research complete.
Takeoff in progress.
Achieved.
Here we go. I hope no one's standing around down there. I did note that the little drones beat feet to get away from it. Now, do I still have the 6 drones? I must, right? Oh, this thing can control 100 drones. I've only got 5? Oh no, 10. Right, here we go. Yeah, so I've still got the 6 drones that left behind. One of the rovers you get, so I guess this is my drone coverage area. One of the rovers you get, you can drive it over and park it somewhere and basically extend your building area. Left empty. Didn't Tom tell he ordered shipments of meat bags in the podcast? Oh yeah, yeah. So in my first game, I brought in 12 colonists. They all marched off the ship towards their new home in the dome, and immediately, after all 12 left, 4 of them, as soon as they cleared the ramp, turned around and went back on the ship. They were like, nope, we're not living here. And I had plenty of capacity for everyone. So I don't know what caused that. Because it was cool. I was watching. I was like, yeah, look at everyone come out. I was watching the little dudes walk out. And then 4 of them, they got some kind of little icon over their head that basically meant nope. And they turned around and went back in the ship. And they waited there until the ship left. Jerks. All right, so real quick, let's see. Plenty of power surplus. We are filling these. This is full. Oh, yeah, these are... That one's not full. Right, because it's now discharging. So I like our power situation. I guess our oxygen. I mean, we've got oxygen. Let's start building once we can get a resupply. Yeah, we don't have any rockets. Oh, you can buy more rockets. How much does a rocket cost? 3 million of this. No, I'm going to be patient instead of wasting my money. Because again, I don't think, maybe I'm wrong, I don't think there's a time constraint. All right, what do we want to research next? Transport optimization. I don't have a transport drone. If I do, that would help it. Explore AI, generate. Oh yeah, I want this. Yeah, let's boom tech. So it just means my Explorer drone gives me research beakers. I wonder if that applies even if it's stranded out here with no power. Can I name my drones? Come on, let me name. Oh yeah, yeah, I can. There we go. You can also name your colonists. Richard Holt says he needs more board gaming friends because he really wants to play Sidereal Confluence. Richard Holt, move your sorry ass out to LA and come join us. I would love to play Sidereal Confluence with you. Had a great game last night of Study in Emerald. I love that game. That is one of my top 3 games. I handily won because, well, you guys want to hear me talk about my Study in Emerald game? Is that as tedious as listening to someone like describe their dream or their Civ game? Basically, what is this? That is nothing. That's just a piece of the graphics.
Anomaly found.
Great. Lots of anomalies for once my Sleeping Beauty drone wakes up for me to explore. Is it going to tell me when my rocket arrives? Let's see. What's the hotkey for resupply? P.
Cable fault reported.
Yes. Okay, my rocket's back. Wait, did it not tell me? It did not tell me. I don't like that. All right. Okay, we're going to order a cargo rocket with... How much does this cost? Okay, I can afford it. And a rover extends my drone radius. I don't know that I need this yet. Okay, we're not going to do that one yet. Let's get another explorer because that'll help our science. All right, and then referring to my notes, I need polymers. It's kind of expensive. We'll get 10 of those and then just metals, right? You know what this reminds me of? And I love this game so much. It's one of those games that I wish if I just had, it seems to be more hours in the day to play strategy games. Colonization. I love this idea in colonization, and this is kind of it's got a colonization vibe. You'll see in a little bit when we're dealing with what kinds of colonists we import. The colonization game that I think Brian Reynolds originally developed it, right? And then there was a re-release later using the Civ 4 engine, and there's something called TAC, the Total Authentic Colonization Mod. That I love that, and it has all this stuff like what things do I need to bring back from the old world to the new world? What stuff do I need to import and export? All right, so let's just load up the rest of it with metals. Oh, there we go, and we've got 1,000 kilograms, which is a metric ton. That's not true. What can we take? An orbital probe. We can put that on like a gift certificate. I guess we might as well, or a drone. Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, sure. Why not? All right, there we go. Blast off. Lord Cost says you need the rover tome. What's the rover tome? Oh, I need the rover. Why do I need that one? Richard Holt says, yeah, that's a great mod. People should check it out. Lord Cost says, oh, it's GG if I forget the rover. Why? I can build this. It just duplicates this. I can just build more drone hubs. What's your whole deal about? Is there some reason I can't build more drone hubs if I want to extend my radius? You need prefab parts. Wait a minute. Are all of these prefab parts? No, they're not. Well, I'll get one later. Why is it game over? Lord says you can't charge the Explorer. I thought the transport drives out here and charges it, right? Because it's transporting power. Colton Westgate says, I was thinking about going for Endless Space 2. Endless Space 2 is great, but Colonization, the Civ 4 remake, and with or without the TAC mod, I mean, they're both great. Colonization is pretty freaking timeless. Oh, Markinson. Markinson says you just don't use prefab bridges. Markinson. That is pretty horrific, what happened in Florida. I mean, just imagine you're just hanging out and then 950 tons, I believe, of concrete. This didn't used to bother me when driving around here in Los Angeles, because Los Angeles, every region has its peculiar natural disasters, right? Los Angeles earthquakes is one of ours. Wildfires is another. A friend of mine told me that when he was visiting Los Angeles, his wife is a bit of an anxious woman. And he said that when they would be driving around and in traffic, they would be stuck or just parked or just waiting for a red light or whatever underneath an overpass. His wife would get antsy, worried that there would be an earthquake at that moment and it would drop the overpass on them. Which, to be fair, I mean, that's part of what happens during an earthquake. The big earthquake in the Bay Area, those dual layered freeways just pancaked and smushed people underneath them. So and of course he came and he visited and they got away without being crushed underneath an overpass during an earthquake. There wasn't even an earthquake while they were visiting. But it's incepted now in my mind that whenever I'm sitting in traffic, I think about that. If I look up, if I'm under an overpass and I think, what if there's an earthquake right now? I'm not sitting in a very good place if that overpass collapses. So yeah, that was pretty horrific. Just imagining that happening in Florida. Richard Holt says it's really sad. The state of bridges in this country is shocking. Well, Richard Holt, good news. I'm sure that Infrastructure Week will begin any moment now. What is this? Pacific flight progress, 25%. This is like that scene in The Martian when we're waiting on, who was it? Jessica Chastain to fly in? Was it Kristen Wiig? Kristen Wiig was one of the scientists, right? Yeah, Jessica Chastain's flying in this rocket to save us. Look at all the fun stuff she's bringing. An explorer, a transport, a drone, metal, polymers. Oh, polymers are great. Oh, sorry. So Markinson says in YouTube chat, Christy Gaines asked if I'm on my own. Yeah. So as you guys saw, I'm sorry to miss Christy Gaines' question. This right here, can't even call it up because I have no rockets, is a very important lifeline. And furthermore, this right here is basically an export. It's a rare metal that you will use once you start manufacturing electronics. But until you get to that point, and maybe even after you get to that point, you can export this to Earth to get more money. What do you need money for? Does building stuff require money? I don't think it does. Yeah, money is just used to buy stuff from Earth, right? Yeah. I don't know if you need it for colonists. I'm not sure about that. Okay, let's go ahead and place our dome. Can we do that even, or is it just not even going to let us? All right, so we want the dome to mine these metals here and these here, because these, so some stuff is just above ground, like concrete is above ground. This is nothing, but sometimes you'll find little rocks of ore. That's above ground, drones can pick that up. Other stuff, like this metal here, the water, is underground and needs an extractor. For instance, this water extractor. Water extractors are automated, but these things here require colonists to man them. So we need to build them a dome, excuse me, to live in. And that looks like it gets both of them in the radius there. It's even better. There. And again, this is one of the things that confused me in my first game. I'm used to playing Aven Colony, where you want everything clumped up next to each other. And as you expand out, you fill all the available space. It's all about that kind of space optimization. The Anno games are very much like that as well. In this, that's not so much an issue because of these pipes and stuff. And simply because when you build things adjacent to each other, that doesn't connect them whatsoever. These cables and pipes are your infrastructure, and you need to leave room for them on the hexes when you build. Richard Holt says a basic dome, really? Where's my deluxe dome? So the basic dome, I think you can make like arcologies later. But the reason it's called a basic dome is it's the dome, and then this is the stuff you put inside the dome. Which is kind of cool, is the dome is the living space you're carving out, but you don't just carve it out and let it sit there. You carve it out and then you configure it even further. I don't know if you guys can see beneath this blueprint, but it's like pizza slices in here. Because the game is based on a hex map, the pizza slices you can fill with different buildings. You can turn them in different ways to make them fit. Like, look here, the open air gym. That might fill up a whole pizza slice. It's a triangle. Spacebar. Get it? Richard Fogey says, this or Northgard? Richard Fogey, that's an excellent question. Northgard is more of an RTS because playing Northgard, the basic tension of that is competing against the other clans, right? This is just a city builder. And to me, those are very different. They're similar sort of moment-to-moment gameplay, but overall, they're very different experiences. So, do you want an RTS? Northgard. Do you want a city builder? This. Christy Gaines, she's been trying to play Stellaris lately and bouncing off of it. Yeah, Stellaris, I mean, the thing about Stellaris is I bounce off of it, but it takes quite a while. Like, I get really far into it, and then I get to a point where I think, oh, God, what am I doing? This is so tedious. And I have no problem stopping playing Stellaris once I hit that point. It's like the opposite of smoking. Once you realize Stellaris is tedious, it's like, oh, what am I doing? And you just easily uninstall it. Chrissy says she's also bounced off Endless Space 2. How does that happen? Endless Space 2's got so much personality. Richard Holt said if you put a gun to his head and made him start a new game, I think he means versus Stellaris or Endless Space 2, he would pick Stellaris. Of course he would. He's a card-carrying Endless Space 2 hater. H-A-T-E-R-Z. If there were multiple Richard Holts. Christy Gaines says starting Stellaris is fun, playing it to the middle. You know, Christy Gaines, you're right, but that's only if you don't keep in mind that you're just going to get to a tedious mid-game and a completely barren end game. All right, so what's holding up? Oh, it's just taking forever. Construction progress. All the resources have to be delivered. I wonder if we should put... No, oh, look here. Oh, yeah, I can zoom in here. Look, here's the resources. These must be polymers. Right, they're color-coded. I like that. Except metal's not really red. Oh, you know, I should just be running at full speed. All right, oxygen surplus, water surplus. We've got the water tank. Yeah, that's full. We've got the oxygen tank. That's full. Yeah, we're fine. We've got our accumulators. I think we're ready for people. All right, we're waiting for Jessica Chastain to arrive with the Pissed Civet. And we'll find out what our deal is with the drone. So why does it have an icon for 5? Drones, 5. But I've got 10 drones. Drones are automated units. The total number. Current allocation of drone. Why do I have 10 drones, but this hub lists only 5? I guess it's a limitation on its load, drone load. Okay. So can a hub only deal with 5 drones? Controls drones. Doesn't really say. Allocates them to different tasks. I mean, this screen here makes it look like it can deal with 100. So where are the other drones? Look, here's a drone. Who's controlling him? Returning to control. Okay. Well, I'm a little confused about the drone hub situation. One of the elements of... I wonder if it's because this is building up. Can I click this button to demand maintenance now? No. Current deterioration, 93%. That's got to be it. So can I order request maintenance? There you go. Let's see if this goes up. All right, someone come and maintain this. Oh, it takes an electronics, which I did have, right?
Resources are low.
No, look, still only controlling 5 drones. Oh, I do like this. Like if you start, I don't know when you would ever use this, but I can imagine for power using. Look, I can set the radius that it will send drones out in. Dismantle. Well, I'm a little confused about why that's only showing 5 drones, but I've got 10 of them. Someone look that up for me. Lord Cost says the rocket has drones. Drones
Anomaly
5.
found.
Okay, fair enough. Good. Oh. There's its drone area. Okay. Thank you, Lord Kosk. I guess I don't understand though. What's the difference? Like, why are they distributed automatically? All right, well. Oh, let's see. Okay, so let's land the rocket, and this will be its normal spot. It's always a majestic thing to behold. Here we go. Let's enjoy this at fast speed. Bonk. All right, look. Now let's go rescue. So I don't understand. Remote controlled exploration, right? So this thing can carry resources. Can it really not? Did I order the wrong drone? Transferring power between vehicles. Yeah, I'm fine. All right, you guys. All right, and in this exploration one, we will, first of all, rename it.
Sector scanned. Anomaly found.
And let's send it to an anomaly. This one here. Right, we can do it from this map, can't we? Yeah. And here comes this little rescue party. Someone cue the overture to William Tell, aka the Lone Ranger theme. All right, working on this. Is anybody refueled enough to head back yet? Not quite. So we're going to need one of these rockets to bring us our colonists. Chris Marketson saying he... Oh! Shialo gave me a pyramid emoticon. What does that mean? Shialo, whatever you're doing, thank you. I think it's... I don't know what pyramid. It's a cheer. I got a cheer on Twitch. Again, you jokers on YouTube, why can't you be more like Shialo? Shialio? I'm not sure how to pronounce your name, Shialio. And Marcuson is saying he's coming to visit and hang out with us in LA and play board games, and he'll be curious to see my copy of Monster Kingdom Death Monster. I can never remember the order of the words in that game. So, and I guess we'll go ahead and extend our pipes. V for pipe, right? Let's extend it. Shoot. There, and then it needs a cable. See, is that connecting? Yeah, it will, I'm assuming. And then the cable, this is really unwieldy. Can I bring the cable around this side? I guess I might as well. Think about the cables, you can run it underneath the pipes, and vice versa. I guess I just touch it anywhere, is that true? Alright, that better work right there. Should we bring it over here? No, we'll just do that. All right, I'm just going to fast forward. Maybe we've been fast forwarding. Okay. Christy Gaines says, do you think there's that much water on Mars? So Christy Gaines, the conceit with the water extractor is that there's a permafrost layer underground that they
No
can tap
active
into.
research. Research complete.
All right, what does this
Anomaly
do?
analyzed.
Drone hub controls drones. Oh, this means I can now build a drone hub. Before it was just prefab. Okay, let's go ahead and research that because I'm worried about what one of you guys was saying before. Oh, and Christy Gaines was saying, yeah, water on the poles as well. Do you guys know a board game called Terraforming Mars? Apparently you can make oceans there. Oh, so much progress still to go on our basic dome. All the polymers are in place. Yeah, we've got plenty of metal and concrete. It's just a matter of getting it all out there. Anything else I should be building? Probably. I don't know. Let's see. I guess we could start setting up these extractors. Okay, that guy. Does the battery deplete if it's just sitting there? I don't think it... Maybe it does. All right. Let's go ahead and check our map. We've got other anomalies to investigate. All right, this guy. That's the transport. Let's bring him back. And then Sleeping Beauty, who's newly charged. Nuts Cavalry has arrived. Go check out this one. Can you send drones to scan sectors? I don't think so. Like if I just drive a drone around up in here. Oh, I do like that the tooltip tells you what things are likely to be there. I see. So basically these little rough areas just have a little bit of buildable area. 2% buildable area over here. One of the most useless sectors on all of Mars, I'm sure. All right, well, I guess come on back. So if they're in the power grid, oh, I know, let's make a recharging station. Let's see, drone charging. I guess it's basic infrastructure. Yeah, recharge station.
Vehicle battery low.
So it looks like there's one in front of... Okay, let's just put this here. We're gonna put that there. And then we'll put one, I guess, over here. Just at either end of our little electrical grid. So that's gotta be, yeah, that's gotta be a recharging station there. It doesn't say that it recharges them, but I'm pretty sure it does. It's got to, right? All right. Send this thing back to Earth, and it will now bring us our colonists after it arrives. So, low power, will it automatically? Maybe not. Actually, can you just park it on a cable? Yeah, you can just park it on a cable. What's the point of these? A little unclear about that. Look how dirty this cable is. Someone clean that off. I'm not sure why I've got this. What will this do? It's a remote control vehicle, right. It moves cargo around. It may set up permanent transport routes, right? Can extract resources from surface deposits. All right, well, drones can do that anyway. Maybe we'll look away. We'll look out farther away for stuff to extract. Can we charge their batteries? All right. Let's see if there's any place. This, right. Okay, so let's have the transport drone. Come out here and collect that. I think it should do that correctly,
Sector scan.
right?
Anomaly found.
2 anomalies. Good. All right. So Sleeping Beauty, get over here, and Cavalry has arrived. Get over here. Oh wait, why didn't this one get investigated? Well, we'll get to that later. All right, let's get some extractors set up. Metals. So it just has to be in this area. I guess to keep it close to the electrical grid, we'll extend the electrical grid. I don't know. Let's do that. And C is the hotkey for cables. Probably a more efficient way we could do this.
Milestone achieved.
Sweet. I'm really good at this game. I don't know if you guys have noticed.
We've found signs of native life.
What? All right, I wonder if this is like an event, if this is part of whatever random event was chosen, or whatever random, quote, mystery was chosen for this game. I'm not sure. I didn't get this in my previous game. The central reading from the anomaly provided the answer to one of the biggest mysteries of Mars. The explorer examined a mineral cluster and found the preserved remains of microscopic life forms. Boring. Unless they can build giant temples and magical artifacts, I'm not interested. We've managed to confirm that the deposit originated on Mars. It's not one of the many asteroids that pockmarked the surface of the planet. The team is ecstatic with the find. If there was past life on Mars, perhaps we're not alone in the universe. We almost certainly are not alone in the universe, and I don't think there's any scientist that disputes that. The question is, how far off are other instances of life, both geographically and temporally? I should say spatially, because it's not geography once we're talking about astronomical distances. All right, do we publicize it and get 500 space bucks or 50 applicants? Okay, this just gives us more colonists, and I think we've already got your starting choices determine how many applicants you get, and how can I find that out? I don't know where I can find that out. I think I've got 100. I don't need more, so I'm just going to get some loot from that. Christy Gaines wants to know about the interface. One of the things I love about this interface, check this out. Options, key bindings. 11 different pages of key bindings, and a lot of them aren't bound because look here. You can bind keys to specific buildings. Now, this is a little bit of overkill, but what it does, and some of these are already set. For instance, if you just want to build, like, the infrastructure in this game is pipes and cables, right? In other games, that might be like roads. So there's going to be a hotkey for roads, like the Anno games have this. I'm pretty sure City Skylines has got to have it. Here, and it came with hotkeys, C for cables, V for pipes. I don't know why. I guess because you're supposed to have your fingers on WASD, and just reach over and hit C and V. That's got to be what's going on. But you can bind these however you like. You can have multiple hotkeys for any given thing. So far, I'm super happy with the interface. Lots of great tool tips. I mean, this is one of the ways that Paradox makes games. I love that they break down all this information. What was that? I think that thing right there just hit and got dust in our face. All right, we've got a dome. Now I do wish it would tell me as soon as a rocket is available. Yes. All right, let's get a passenger rocket. So this is what I think really screwed me up before. When I played my first game, I was like, wait a minute, what are these limitations? No, I want thumbs up for everything. I want, I don't care if I don't care what gender or age I get. I don't want to make it available for everyone. Let everyone come to my colony. That might be why 4 of them showed up and just turned around. Maybe they were people who weren't suited for the colony I'd created. Maybe they were like space tourists. And they landed and they realized there's nothing to see here. It's a bleak mining world. So they turned around and left. Because I went through here and just put thumbs up on everything. So let's actually just see what the default is. So we can't have seniors or children. Okay, that makes sense because children and seniors can't work. They don't work. And furthermore, it looks like my applicant pool, let me do some quick math. 18 and 56 is 74. And all right, so what are the other? Oh, so yeah, 98. I see. It's got to be that I've got 162 applicants and they're all right. So there are no children or seniors who want to come to Mars. That makes sense. On Mars, people can be born as a child, and I guess they can age and become seniors. And I think there is death. One of the texts expands a colonist's lifespan. So we don't care what age, as long as they're not children or seniors, because those people can't work. Those people, listen to me. Right click, escape, all right. Specialization, let's actually see. Quirks. No tourists, right, okay, that makes sense. Leaves at first opportunity, but will stay if comfort is high. That explains the mystery of the people who left Tom's first colony the moment they set foot on Mars. There's one guru. What does a guru do? Randomly spreads other traits, right? He teaches people, or she. Vegans. I guess it depends on, I mean, I'm not slaughtering any livestock on Mars that I know of. What would it matter? I'm sure maybe that comes into play some other way. Yeah, gender doesn't matter. And by the way, sex is correct. Gender is a reference to grammar. Sex is a reference to biology. What? So hermaphrodites. And little, what is that doing there? Okay. Perks. We don't care. Ooh, look at all the. Oh, okay. I thought I could scroll down. Nerd, gamer. What is gamer? Let's see. Recover sanity when gaming. All right. Religious. One of your sponsors can be basically the church. Higher morale, low sanity never leads to suicide. Oh, people come and say a saint. What does that do? All right. Well, we can see here. I wonder then. Oh, there are more pages. It's just it doesn't look. A party animal, a hippie. Sweet. So it looks like perks are good things, flaws are bad things. Why can't we just say nobody with flaws? Oh, because it would shut down certain people. I see. There's only one screen of flaws. Quirks are neither good nor... Oh, right. Those are the quirks. And now here, I think, is the more important thing. Specializations. All right. 33 losers with no specialization. You guys can't show up. What do engineers? Train to work in factory. We want people who can work, these guys, right? Train to work in extractors. You guys, now does that mean, I'm not sure what that means. Does that mean they have priority? They like drinking. Geologists like to drink. Botanists, we don't care about. A medic will also be nice to get one medic. Engineers, we don't really have any factories. That seems like a more advanced stage of resource production. We don't have scientists. All right, let's try this. Does this mean the 12 geologists and 6 medics? Is our rocket going to be exclusively occupied, because there's going to be 12 people, with geologists and medics? Or do we have to give everyone else a thumbs down to make sure that happens? Let's test it by doing this. So if any security personnel work their way in, we will know that that's how that works. All right, let's launch this rocket. 12 passengers on board. Oh, right. Okay, so for the people, well, I'll show you. I'm going to launch anyway, and for a reason I'll show you in a minute. Let me just slow down. So now in our, here we go. We need to make living quarters. And this is where you build in the pizza slice, different buildings. All right, that's going to take up one full pizza slice. We'll have it over here. There. And once that gets built, well, now let's see. Yeah, colonists 0 out of 0. Once this is built, it'll be, I think, 0 out of 14. And we do have the, yeah, it only takes concrete. We've got plenty. All right, what else should we put in here? Oh, and let's make sure to watch our power consumption. Power surplus 4.6. The living quarters requires 1. All right. And oxygen is, yeah, okay. What other things? Dome services. We want to give them a bar because geologists like drinking. Let's do that. Yeah, because we're going to make, basically it's going to be a mining dome over here. And we'll put it right next door to the living quarters. All right, the Shot Monkey incoming with 12 passengers. Very exciting. And this is going to be built. It has, oh, I didn't extend. Looks like I have to bring the cable over one more space. And this is powered and everything, right? Let's shoot. Yeah, power, oxygen, water. Good. Oh, food. Shoot a monkey. We have no food here. Dagnabbit. Can they grow it quickly enough? Nursery, playground, research lab. Diner, does that need? It consumes food. It doesn't produce food. Wait, does the living quarters produce food? Hold on. Ah! No. Decorations. Do these do anything? Oh, comfort. Oh, yeah, okay, I like that. I guess they take varying amounts of space. All right, dome services. I know that there was something, life support. Here we go. Hydroponic farms. Consumes water. All right, well, I guess we're going to need farm, and you will note the farm takes 1 hex, and then the farmable spots are 2 additional hex. I don't know if that's going to sustain us. Oh, and didn't we researched algae farms, didn't we? Fungal farms, not algae farms. Let's make one of those. Yikes! Oh, we build this outside. Oh, good. All right, let's get that going. And it has to connect to a pipe, which it does. And it also needs power. All right, I guess we're going to have to run the cable through here. All right, so there it's connected to the pipe, and then we'll bring the cable right there. All right. All right, so hopefully, can we send our other rocket back yet? How's this? No, it's nowhere near enough to be close enough to being refueled. All right, I'm going to speed things up. I actually want to put priority on the living quarters and the farm, right? Yeah. So this is saying, hey, there's no one to work here because there's no one to live here. Let's see, how is this coming along? Okay, just one more concrete, and then this bar fills up as the drones piece it together. Good. And it's a while, so yeah, it's long enough before the ship arrives. Now, I'm a little worried about what water consumption is going to do.
No active research. Research complete.
Drone printing. Construct drone prefab. No, we don't need that. I'm not worried about that. Low G hydrosynthesis. Fuel refinery and a polymer factory. I'm not that worried about fuel. Water reclamation. I think I want that. Reduces water consumption. Yeah, let's research that. What's this? Systematic training. Scientists and botnet. Right. I'm not worried about that yet because this will just get me money. Remember, I'm a European politician. I wonder if this power shortage at night is going to come back to bite us. Should I build more of these? We've got plenty of metal. I guess why not? So the hotkey for a large solar panel. I don't know why you'd ever build a small one. I guess you could stick it in little spaces that are kind of wasted. That should be plenty of power. I don't know if I should build more oxygen tanks and water tanks. Guess not. We'll see how we're doing. How do you do? Is oxygen made from water? No, it just consumes power. All right. Let's go ahead and make a backup just in case. Yeah, just costs a few metal. We got plenty of metal. And we will put it. It has to be on our pipe infrastructure. fit it up here? Oh, and it also has to touch a cable. All right, let's just go ahead and build it down here. And then stretch the cable on down. And just run a pipe
Sector scanned.
into there. That's right, isn't it? Let's see, that should work. Oh, and my drones. I wish I could see here where, okay. You check that out. And then let's start scanning this. I want to close this panel.
Breakthrough discovered.
Sweet. And these two.
Resources are low.
I don't think
We have a power shortage.
All right, so is that because these are now empty? Oh, yeah. Yikes. All right, let's make more accumulators. One thing I wish, and I think the Anno series had this. Is it Anno? A little dropper that you call up a dropper icon and you click. So we're going to leave this in space for now until, oh, passengers on board will die if the rocket doesn't land in 100 hours. So a little dropper where you could click on a building to then build more copies of that building. So you didn't have to open this up. And actually accumulators, I think, are K. Yeah. Let's just build more of these. All right, so during the day, we've got plenty of power. Well, not plenty. The water surplus. Okay, this is going to need manpower. Can we send this rocket back? So we might need an emergency. Nope, not yet. I think this will light up. All right. You know what? You guys just chill in space for a little while. I think we've got a few more days they can live in space. Lord Cost says turn off fuel production to save power. No, I want to be refueling this rocket. Why would I do that? And where would I even do that? What does my fuel refinery look like? Completely forgotten. That thing, right? Fuel refinery. What is it consuming? Power. Oh, I see what you're saying. Like if I run out of power at night. I understand. So isn't there's a way you can set work shifts. What is this? Big whoop. There's a way you can set work shifts, but I don't know, like, could I set this to turn off at night? I don't think so. Guess you have to do it manually. Oh, I can set oh no, that's service priority. Can I hotkey this? Let me try that. Let's just see. Control 9. No control group. Come on. Seriously? Control 1. Come on, guys. How hard is it to do that? All right, so yeah, at night we're draining these real quickly. Look at stored power, 48.3, 34, yeah. Do they all drain equally? Yeah. All right, I think once these get built, though, we should be okay. Frankly, I'm more worried about food.
We have a power shortage.
Yeah, so shortly before morning, the power shortage kicks in.
No active research. Research complete.
All right. Soil adaptation produces food. It's a new building. Large in-dome building, which is more work efficient and requires no power. I mean, yeah, let's go ahead and do that. What else do we want? Freddy wants to know. Wants to know if I've faced any extinction crises yet. Not yet, Fred. So far, so good. Still plenty of battery power, so you go check that out. And I guess while we're waiting, since there are no other anomalies, is this guy done harvesting? No, he's still harvesting that. Wait. Is it that I have no capacity for metal? Oh, he's full. Does he not know to bring the metal back when he fills up? Let me see. Create transport route. All right, let's see how this works. Load resources. Unload resources. Okay. Maybe I should make a dedicated metal pad. Let's do that. You know what? That'll be okay. Because this only holds... Why isn't he unloading resources? He's got plenty of battery power.
No active research. Research complete. Anomaly analyzed.
Load resources. Unload resources. Why is he going back to... He unloaded... I guess that makes sense. So he's going to load that until full. I guess, does it just take a long time to unload it?
Sector scanned.
I might have misclicked and screwed something up. All right, so you, until you've got something to investigate, come on back over here to the power grid. And then you, right, also come on back to the power grid. And then you're doing your little route, even though there's no icon showing that you're doing that, but that's okay. How long do the colonists have? Another 60 hours. I think we're ready. Everything's built. We'll wait on that. We don't want them to land, so so far we haven't run out of power. Yeah, I think we're going to be fine. So food is the real issue. So do I have any food? Yeah, I have no food. So the anomalies, the little icon tells you what they give you. A lot of times they will just dump a bunch of tech points, like beakers, into your research pool. They can unlock techs, and I think there are anomalies that have a key icon, like this, which will make progress in whatever mystery is going on in your game. So I'm guessing a rover can't drive over here. Should we try it? Let's just see what happens. We can rescue it if we have to. Oh, collaboration loss. He's not helping us do tech anymore. All right, we'll see how that goes. It might be a rescue mission in the works. And are we out of metal? No, we got plenty of metal. Yeah, I don't want the colonists to start starving to death yet. So another 43 hours in orbit. We'll let them chill there. So we've got, see, why isn't this connected? Oh, you know what? Oh, yeah, I need to extend it. All right. So again, and it's clearly indicated on the icon, so this is just a me issue. You've got to connect the pipes to one of these hexes. It doesn't connect any old place. So V and extend a pipe here. Right there. So this is fuel refinery. It needs machine parts. All right, if I run out of machine parts, that's also, yep, shoot. All right, I need to make a note. Machine parts, food. This is my shopping list, like before you go to the grocery store. What else do I need? Machine parts, food, and I guess a couple more polymers. Just pick up some polymers at the checkout aisle. And you know what? Electronics. Because I think the drone hub requires electronics for maintenance. Marcus wants to know how this compares to Avon Colony. So I talked a fair amount about that on the podcast, where they're very similar, but with some important differences. Avon Colony doesn't have any kind of randomization, which can affect its replay value. It also can affect the basic sensation of jumping into play and getting this feeling of exploration and discovery. It's not as powerful in Avon Colony, where you just have preset maps. Here, the maps are randomized, and there's a whole planet, and you can choose where to land, and there are the different mysteries.
Analyzed.
There's more to the barren environs of the Red Planet than meets the eye. A veritable treasure trove of undiscovered knowledge and wonder, so long as you know where to look.
All right, so we just unlocked a tech. Is that from investigating the key? Oh, no, okay, right. So, what's the tech? This one? Oh. Oh, look, this is a line of stuff that I think you can only find. Oh, I like that. And I know that some of this is randomized. The encyclopedia implied as much. So core metals uncovers extremely rich underground metal deposits. All right, so once we start exporting stuff, this will be important. And what is this one? Wireless power. Yeah, let's research that. So this is much better with a sense of discovery. Avon Colony has these missions you can send things off on, but Avon Colony, though, at this point is just much more polished. Like I mentioned in my previous game. Yeah, okay, so the guy did make it all the way down here with plenty of battery power. All right, I'll go check this one. Actually, you know what? You come back, and the one that's fully charged, you check this one out. And then we'll check this one out. How did I find this? I think I probed this area, and it looks like, does the probe expire? I don't know. So Avon Colony is just a lot more polished. Avon Colony is much more, too, about setting up resource management chains. There's a bit of a... Wait, why isn't that being done? Oh, polymers, of course. They're both very good. This is more centered on colonists, I feel. The folks that made this made the Tropico games, and that kind of shows. All right, so in the morning...
Sector scanned.
Actually, are they going to last till the morning? Yeah, in the morning, we're going to land them. Passengers on board will die. All right, we got to watch this very carefully. So this is more colonist-centric. Avon Colony seems more resource-centric. Avon Colony much more polished. This, I think, more randomization and replayability. But otherwise, very, very similar. They're both city builders, of course. Concrete, bleh. Do you ever run that? Is concrete finite? Oh, I guess it is. Building's not working. This is a maintenance issue. This is, I think, where we're going to... Oh, no. So these buildings don't work because there's no one there. These... But they're getting maintained. Wait, what is that showing me? Oh, right. These are not working. I was looking at the icons incorrectly. Because we need polymers. Uh-oh, okay. I see an economic death spiral coming. All right, let's land these guys now. Let's welcome our new colonists just in time for an economic death spiral. Woohoo! You guys land over here. These are our rocket landing sites. It's going to be a bit of a hike to get to the dome, but you guys can handle it. And let's see what we've got. Let's see if it worked and if we got all geologists and... What was the other one we allowed? Security people? We'll find out. Let's see who's going to land. All right, we're unpausing. Also just going to bring... All right, you, real quick, investigate that. And then you are at full power, investigate that one. Oh, whoops, I sent this thing. Ah. Or something for him to pick up. Hold on, I gotta find some resources for him to go pick up. Actually, I don't. You know what? You just stay parked there. All right, redoing this. You check this one out. And then you... Right, okay, check this one out. I wish I could shift. Can I shift click orders? I doubt it. All right, let's land our colonists.
Full of hope and determination, the first founders have set foot on the Red Planet.
So basically what this is saying is you have a 10-year probation
Milestone
period
achieved.
before new people can arrive. Here they are. Woohoo!
New colonists have arrived.
And just imagine you're playing and they all get off, and then 4 of them get little like weird icons, and then they just turn right back around. All right, let's see what we've got. Don't know how to look at traits. 10 geologists and 2 medics. All right, so they did get priority. 2 melancholy people, 1 loner, 1 hypochondriac, some enthusiasts, 3 of them are religious, 3 of them are rugged, 2 of them are composed. In a little bit, I think they're all going to be kind of hungry. Welcome to your new living quarters, gentlemen. Please, and ladies, I imagine. Let's see, how can we check the sex of our colonists? I don't know. Okay, I see a couple of ladies in the house. Because one of the things that the game encourages you to do early on is build a nursery and see if you can, because your probation is either over after 10, not years, 10 sols, which I guess are days, game turns, whatever. But you can, if you have a baby born on Mars before then, I think that's also the other threshold for allowing new people to be brought in. But I'm in no hurry to bring new people in because I'm worried about feeding these guys. All right, how quickly is this going to make food for us? Right, we consume 2.4 food, and this is going to create... A little unclear. Optimal harvest 10. So in what time period? Oh, cool. I haven't seen this before. All right, different farms. I'm not going to touch that because I don't know what... Oops, I've already touched it. Oh, yeah, okay. Why wouldn't I just grow one of each? Okay, I'm just going to leave that alone for now. Let me just look at this. Oh, that's not very helpful. I was hoping that that would explain all of that. All right, and we're just going to make this a high priority for workers. Let's get another worker in here. Now you will note, yeah, wrong workplace. Oh, I should have brought in botanists. Dagnabbit. I was so focused on geologists. So worker performance 86. Oh, I've got an enthusiast and a workaholic in there. For all intents and purposes, that seems the same, plus 20. Morale bonus, all right. And let's fire someone. No, wait, where's our... where do other people work? Let me see. I'm not real clear on colony management because it's not something I've had to do. No homeless colonists, none unemployed. Is there not like a colony management, like colonist management overview? Don't think there is. Well, that's another thing that Avon Colony is really good about, is giving you, and that's part of its polish, is giving you all of these little tools and screens to look at stuff and manage things. Can I click on these? No. So another thing, yeah, like if I wanted to find out how many I had of each sex. Here we go, colonists. Vacant work slots, vacant, so everybody's working. Oops. Age groups, births, no. Jobs, 5 vacant work slots, 10 disabled work slots. What is that? I'm not sure what that's telling me. Filter by trades. Is this the name of my dome or a colonist? Oh, it is the name of a dome. Is that correct? No, that can't be right. Lorenz #1. Yeah, oh, that's got to be the name of the dome. Yeah. Yeah, rename it. Paradise. Little marketing. Make people want to come to Mars. It's like when the Vikings found Greenland. It was not green. So they decided, yeah, we'll call it Greenland, and maybe other Vikings will want to go there. We can quarantine it. Change priority. How often it is serviced by drones. I'm not going to touch that. Request maintenance. All right, it's not broken. So let's see. What are these? Average health, average sanity, average comfort, average morale, consumption. No stats on food, but we've got... Nobody's complaining about starving yet. That's a good sign. Christy points out Iceland. Iceland did not get the PR renaming. All right, so filtering by traits, we've got 12. Let's look at 10 geologists, 2 medics. Okay, I guess it's on a per biome or per dome level that you would manage colonists like this, right? 6 chicks, 6 dudes. All right, fair enough. Do we want to build a nursery? Oh, wait, can we send this other rocket back to Earth yet? Yes. No. No, not quite. Come on. It might be time to buy a rocket. Yeah, we're going to need polymers. All right, let's go to the resupply screen. Buy rocket. We have 5,000 space bucks. Shoot. It's going to be most of our remaining money. I'm a little worried about spending all of this because I'm nowhere near to being self-sufficient yet in terms of making things like polymers and electronics. I'm just going to have to wait. If people start starving to death, but this whole thing, like we're about to hit a negative, maybe I just need to build more solar panels because solar panels, let's see. It's not going to affect how much is stored at night. Oh, what about wind turbines? There's other ways to make power, right? Generates power, increased production, and this requires concrete and machine parts, which we don't have any of. Dagnabbit. Stirling generator needs prefab parts. Oh, look at this power switch. You can be manually activated to cut off power to certain areas of the grid. I'm not sure why. Oh, wait, why am I getting no power over here? Oh, because it's night and there's no power, right? Yeah, so this is the daylight stretch. We just hit midnight, and we're now building it up. And as it builds up, this part of it is dark, and then when the light part builds up, it's day. Oh, what's this tooltip telling us? Hour 0, right. Freddie wants to know if everyone's an immigrant. So far, so yeah, they are. But we can have people getting born. I think we might have to build a nursery for that. Let's see. Nursery produces living space for children. Right. It requires concrete and power. I'm a little reluctant to... At this point, we're not running out of power for the dome, which is where it's most important. Let's see how much power is left. Stored power. There's a good amount of stored power, but... Well, oh, the reason I don't want to build a nursery is I don't want to increase my population at this point. All right, what's going on that you guys are not exploring? I thought I sent you guys to check things out. Oh, he can't get down there. Well, wait a minute. Well, how am I ever going to check that out? And they can't get over here. Is that right? That can't be right. Really? You can't make it down here. Come on, just jump over. Don't you have, like, rockets? In Armageddon, Steve Buscemi just ramped off of one of these. And then he landed, I think he ramped over a chasm. All right, I guess this is not Armageddon. Well, I know you can't make it. Can you make it here? I guess that's the thing, is he couldn't get over this terrain here. Oops, I did not mean that. All right, well, fine. Come on home then. And they'll help me with science production. Why is refueling going so slow? I guess the refinery. Oh yeah, it's just shut down because I don't have machine parts. Oh, well, that's a dead end there in terms of sending the ship back because it's not providing any fuel. I just need one machine part. Is it working at 0%? Current deterioration 100%. Daily production, it looks like it's still... Is it just going slowly, or is 100% deterioration means 0% production? This is predicting that it's going to make 12 fuel over the course of the day. All right, here we go. Daylight. It's dawn on Mars. We have a dirty dome. I'm guessing that this is a graphical indicator of this. Oh, yeah. It's a filthy dome. But we've got plenty of concrete, so... We can look over here. What is it? Oh, food. Yeah. Good. Okay, so we're storing up some food. I should probably move some of these. Let's see. You can destroy these, and it just leaves the resources there, and they can be moved. It's not like my drones have a lot else to do. Let's make a food pad right here. Guess store the food there. And while we're at it, let's put a metals pad right next to it. All right, so is it literally 100% degraded? Stored fuel is 8. Let me just hold down and see if that goes up about, or 0.8. Let's see if that goes up. So I'm guessing 100%. The condition of building.
found.
Deteriorated buildings will need to be serviced and supplied, or they will malfunction. Yeah, it looks like it's not producing anything. All right, where's this other anomaly? Oh, right there the whole time? All right. And this, I think, just gives us beakers. It dumps beakers into our research. Yeah, still 0.8. Yeah, I think I'm at a dead end. Without machine parts to fix this, I can't make more fuel to top off this guy's tanks. So therefore, I'm going to have to buy a new rocket. In the easier difficulty levels, your difficulty level gives you a percentage, by the way, which affects your score. Check this out. I'm at 140% difficulty bonus. Here's my score. When you hit these milestones, they give you points. And points, I presume, are multiplied by your difficulty bonus. So I guess the whole idea, hit 1,000 colonists, make a megadome, and then construct a wonder. And that's how you quote-unquote beat the scenario? Or that's how you like win the game? I don't know. Is there then a high score list? There better be a preserved high score list, or I will rage uninstall after playing several times. All right, so yeah, so at any rate, with the base game, which puts you at a super low difficulty level, I think one of the reasons the difficulty level, the bonus is lower, is you get like 5 rockets to play with. So it's super easy to just be like, whoops, I ran out of polymers. Let me go to this screen and order more. But we're now going to have to buy a rocket. All right, so checking my grocery list. Machine parts. It's 10. Food. I think we're fine. Is food super cheap? It is not. Polymers. Let's do 20 of each, right? Electronics, and these is just, oh dear. Man, it looks like they get increasingly expensive. All right, what more do we need? Metals, just to be safe. I'm so close to running out of money. This is really scary. Prefab buildings. I wonder if you can only make these. Oh, why can't I? Oh, I should get this, right? Generates power while closed. It generates protection from death. I've already got that. I've got that. Got that. Let's go ahead and buy this. Right? I mean, yeah, why not? All right, and then we've still got plenty of weight left. Money's the issue. Buy more drones? No, you know, let's save our money. We're going to send a half-empty rocket. Richard Holt wants to know, what's a megadome? Richard Holt, I'm guessing it appears on here somewhere as the counterpart to a basic dome. Look here, here's a dome spires. Water reclamation system. Oh. I was assuming this would be super unaffordable because it was on a separate tab. So it's basically a still suit for your dome. Recycles up to 70% of the water used in the dome. It's going to take half of the polymers I just ordered and a bunch of the machine parts. We don't need this yet because like water is not an issue as far as I can tell. Consumption 1.6. What does the number in parentheses mean? Is that producing? Or that's got to be surplus, right? So consuming 23 power, 15 surplus. Let's see if that bears out. Whoops, dagnabbit. If I go to the overview, that is. Yeah, that's about right. So power surplus 19. No, it's not quite what that means. The total consumption of the dome and all buildings inside is indicated in the info panel. Individual consumption, right. It's right here in front of me. I should read the text. Always read the text. Individual consumption is in parentheses. Red text indicates the required. All right, so overall consumption is 23. Oh, wait. Total consumption of the dome and all buildings. Individual consumption of the dome. What's the difference between total consumption of the dome and individual consumption of the dome? So it's requiring 23 power. 15 of that is a subset for whatever individual consumption means. Consumption of individuals? I don't know. So water, let's see. Well, now where can we check production? So, okay, it's just showing us surplus, which is fine. And are these things filling up? Not quite. All right, we might have a rough night of it. It's the graphic for investigating an anomaly. All right, I guess I'll speed up. Okay, we're about to break through on wireless power, which I guess that's not that exciting. Wait, it does just mean what? Recharge stations in the 3 hex range instantly. All right. I'm not sure actually that that's as sexy as I first thought it was. This is so ugly. This is so unsightly as this big ass icon. Like they should put something that I don't know what they should do. Like put something that
Cable
looks.
fault
Our
report.
colonists are suffering from
Ah!
hypothermia.
Here we go. So there's not enough power. It's nighttime. As soon as we hit night, you'll notice it looks like our electricity is just gone, and they're starting to freeze to death. So what if I hit view? Where does it show me that? Yeah, it's got a snowflake.
No active research. Research complete.
Okay, how do-
Anomaly analyzed.
Let me research.
Milestone achieved.
Oh, good. My score went up. How do I research fur coats? Oh, well. Subsurface heating increases local temperature in cold areas. That does sound good. Is that a building I build? Yeah, it looks like it is a new building. Low G high rise. Houses many colonists. We're in no hurry to get that. Decommission protocol allows the clearing of salvaged and destroyed buildings. Meaning I can't do that otherwise? Core metals. I don't care about that yet. All right, let's go ahead and do this because we are a politician. My sponsor is the European Space Agency. My commander's role is politician, so it unlocks this tech for me, which I guess this is implying you can research it anyway, but I had this unlocked, I believe, from the get-go. And it's just going to give me money. It's a repeatable way I can just turn research into money, which will help because we're low on money. We're waiting for this rocket.
Sector scanned.
Don't care about the sector scan. Okay, I got that. What milestone did I hit? Not sure. Oh, produced food. All right. Probably even told me. I scanned a sector. No power. Cable fault. That's easily repaired. It just requires metal. Excuse me. And I've got plenty of metal because our extractor is pulling it out of the ground. There's our broken buildings that need replacement parts. Founder stay. Oh, right. That's how long until founders. After the colony, you're under evaluation for a certain number of sols. No new colonist available until the colony is evaluated positively. All right. I wonder if that's like voting in Avon Colony. In Avon Colony, there are thresholds where if you piss off enough of the colonists, they kick you out and the game is over. All right, and it's morning. Everybody seems to have survived. Oh, the colonists go out and get their own food? All right. Oh, one of the buildings is a grocer. Let's put a grocery store in there. I thought there was a grocer. There it is. Distributes hot meals and fresh produce. Services food and shopping. Oh, it adds comfort. It consumes food. I'm a little bit worried about putting in something that consumes food. We have a water shortage. Yikes. I'm not that worried. What's the average comfort here? Let's check. Comfort is low, as is morale. Can't say I blame them. When you're freezing to death at night, it tends to affect morale. Electronics store. Basically an Apple store. Alright, let's put this grocer in here. That might end up being a mistake. Oh, good. This thing's arrived. Okay. Ah, we need more room. This is like Rocket Farm over here. Maybe we should do... We don't want it blowing dust on everything. Here, we'll just do it like this. What is that? Oh, I guess it's stuff that you just can't land on. Oh, you can land on it.
We have a power shortage.
All right. Yeah, they're bringing food. Look at this. We're stocking up the grocery store. That's a little kiosk. Cool. Oh, my colonists are going to be so happy about that. They're going to forget that they're freezing to death. And are they fine now? Let's see. Colonists. Where can I look at? Traits. No, I know about this. Here we go. Problematic colonists. This guy, problematic because he's freezing. Oscar Anderson. Oh, he was freezing. Wait a minute. Hold on. By the way, in case you're wondering, this game, you can pause at any time. All right, so let's go to... Oh, okay, the screen went away because there are no more problematic colonists. So whatever was happening, it's not happening now. Because we seem to have power. Oh, because it's morning. Here we go. All right, power's back on, guys. Just think of it as brownouts during the evening. Oh, and these are now repaired, as is the fuel thing. Wait, yep, everything's getting repaired. I'm in great shape. I'm about to win this game. All right, you just come over here because I don't know what else I'm supposed to do with you. You park there. Oh. Investigate. What other investigation things have I not been paying attention to? I guess that's it. And now I think, like, should I make a separate area over here? Like, could I land a... I guess I would bring my transporter over here with the materials or a prefab for a drone hub. And then I would construct a little offshoot. Or presumably up here for the metals. I don't know. Let's worry about our current colony first. Oh my gosh, it's almost 8 o'clock. I can't believe I've been doing this for 2 hours.
Get up close and personal with Mars, and you'll find it's anything but barren. We found another treasure in the form of a small deposit of a germanium-rich mineral.
All right. Effect, discovered a rare metals deposit. All right, so I guess that must be... Yeah, right here. All right, well, that'll get me money eventually. I have to build a separate extractor for it. Now, is there still metal over here to be picked up? I guess there isn't. Should I be manually hunting around looking for... Oh, I wonder if... No, okay, I was thinking, do I send... Can I send a transport over here? I don't think I can because it's underground. Oh, here we go, metals. So how was I supposed to see that on the map? I guess you're just supposed to scroll around and look for these little bits and bobs.
Sector scanned.
All right,
Anomaly
let's in the
found.
transporter. Actually, wait, you know what? Transporter, stop there. Let me see if I can automate. Create transport route. Load resource. Unload resource. What kind of... Let's see if that works for him. All right, this is now refueled. Let's send it back. All right, I think we've averted any major crises at this point. Our research is getting us money. Whatever that was, we researched it. Right, we've got 6 more days until they let us bring in new colonists. These guys seem to be doing peachy keen. If we go to the main screen here, right? Next we'll look for some botanists.
Building a new home on an alien world? That takes guts, to say the least.
All right, hint, the founder, Eno Han, has the enthusiast trait. Right, so basically it's a work bonus, right? Eno Han, enthusiast. Where do I see that? Yeah, enthusiast, a little tooltip. Increased performance boost when at high morale, okay? And he's a gamer. Recovers sanity when gaming. How can I make sure that he's gaming? I'm guessing that's some little building that you build. B. Oh, gaming here. Oh, no, there's gaming and gambling. Is there gaming at the space bar? Well, come on, space bar. Just install some video game kiosks or something. A Space Invaders machine. How hard can that be? Electronics store. Also gaming. Yeah, it's like an electronics boutique. And they'll try to upsell you the protection plan for a video game you buy. Oh, should I be dropping these in here? What are they called? Concrete. Basically free. Oh, do any of these have gaming? No. What a statue. I guess they just fill up spare, if you have any spare spots, like extra hexes, which I don't really have at this point. Okay, how's our comfort
We
level?
have a power shortage.
Why is there a power shortage? Domes without power because... Let me pause. Not much stored power. It's way too early in the evening. It's about... What time is it? It's about midnight. 25. Yeah. It's way too early for there to be a power shortage. I thought we were storing up more power during the day. Well, the good news is this thing is arriving with a prefab for some sort of a magical power generator, whatever a Stirling generator is. And I do like that we have food here. We can see plenty of food in the grocery store. So our little hydroponics farm seems to be doing just fine. Look at these poor guys with snowflakes freezing to death. Let me pause real quick and see how that manifests itself. So problematic colonists, 12. So this will select a colonist. So comfort. Service building was closed. Shopping visited. This guy wanted gaming. So nobody, how is it? Oh yeah, freezing. Sanity. You go insane when you get called. So it looks like them being cold in the middle of the night is just lowering their sanity. This poor guy, Branimir Tesev, does not seem to be faring well. Now, I kind of feel like I want this to be a sortable list. And it doesn't look like I can do that in here. These are just, this doesn't have to do with what they might be suffering from, it just is their basic stats. And even then, it doesn't look like a list. It's so much just a way to look at numbers. Oh yeah, I can allow and disallow certain people. Like I can make a rest home colony for only senior citizens by saying thumbs down to everyone else. All right, so this isn't an informational thing. This is a functional thing to basically make rules against certain people, to discriminate. You could even make a all chicks. You could make an all chicks dome and an all dudes dome. You could have a children dome for all women and one for all men, and you could pretend they're Catholic schools. All right, so they're just freezing to death, which means they're going to lose some sanity. Don't know how to counteract. Oh, you know what? I bet there's like a doctor or something who counteracts sanity loss. Where would healthcare be? Infirmary. Recover health and sanity. Consumes electricity. I don't want to be building things that consume electricity yet. All right, let's just make sure we need to... Is our Stirling generator here yet? Not quite. Why aren't these getting cleaned? Should I just make a larger bank of these? Why not? Let's do it. So yeah, this is like roads, right? So stretch this across here. Yeah. And what is it? N, J? What's the hotkey for large soda? J. There. And I guess, yeah, like I could stick one in there. Yeah, why not? This might be a little overkill on the solar panels, but why not? I'm making plenty of metal, aren't I? Let's see. Overview. Yeah, I've got plenty of metal stored up. Food, I like this. You know, I think it's time to go ahead and open a mine over here. Result says I need some of Elon Musk's Powerwall batteries. He wants to know if a Stirling generator is a real thing. Result says he thinks they convert heat to electricity in the reverse. Miggy K says I can make a Logan's Run dome. Exactly. His silhouette says wind power keeps up at night. Yeah, the reason I didn't do wind power was because it required... What did I not do it for? I think because of... yeah, it requires machine parts, which I'm kind of low on, and I'm needing those for maintenance for... Is it just the refinery? For some reason I was thinking machine parts are especially precious. Yeah, you need them to for maintenance on mines. And these just use metal. I think as long as I get enough accumulators and panels, I can... I'm
scanned.
Thank you. I'm okay with just solar power. I might live to regret that.
We have a power shortage.
Yeah, the moment I say that, as if on cue. But now you'll note that went away. That was right before dawn. We briefly ran out of power. All right, we got so many miners. Let's just go ahead because it's only going to cost metal and concrete. We might as well start building it. A rare metals extractor, right? And then... So here's what I do. Oh yeah, none of the resource. If I do that, available...
No active research. Research complete.
I'm not sure because this hex is on 3... Or the resource is on 3 hexes. Do I want all of them in the radius? Is just one of them enough? It seems to say available resources are full whether or not I'm covering 1 hex or all 3 of them. Okay, well let's put it over here so we can... Shoot, I don't know that I can get that cable. Okay, we can just move it up here. Let's just do that. And then C to extend the cable. And then that. And I wonder if it'll help with the drone management if I go ahead and put rare metals deposit or rare metals panel just right there. I don't know. What's this guy doing? Oh, fuel, right, okay. What are all these guys doing? Jerks? Oh, I think, is it outside the radius of anything that needs to be done? Well, there they go. All right, I'm going to pause. Let's see. So they are delivering metals to the solar panels for repairs. I guess that's why you might want to land your rockets closer. That makes sense. All right. Good to know. Hazy Silhouette says if my colonists go insane from being cold, it might summon Cthulhu all up in here. I do love the idea. I hope that's somewhere that one of the mysteries might be a horror scenario. Okay, so I could play this all night. Let me go ahead and save the game. And this is saved game 2.2 or 2-2. This is my second game, the second save. And let's just look at something. Is this a spoiler? I feel like if it was, they wouldn't put it in there. If I do a new game, mystery. Oh God, that drink fumble. Mysteries. It gives you a title and a quote. So I like this. It's like the name of a movie or a book, and the quote's like an epigraph for it. That's cool. Power of 3. Oh, and a difficulty level. Wildfire. The worst pandemic in modern history was the Spanish flu. Today, with how interconnected the world is, it would spread faster. Sweet. A plague scenario. Last war. I don't know. Marsgate. I don't know. The Dredgers. Oop, 2 possibilities exist. We are alone in the universe or we're not. Both are equally terrifying. Again, I don't think any scientist would dispute that we are not alone, that there's life on other places in the universe. So we're not alone in the universe, Arthur C. Clarke. That's just probably, mathematically, that's completely implausible. Spheres. I don't know. AI, okay. I like this. I'm putting myself to the fullest possible use, which is all I think that any conscious entity can ever hope to do. That was me. That was my impression of HAL in 2001. How was it? Beyond Earth, haha. They're stealing the name of Firaxis' game. Don't know what these mean. All right, so you can choose these. And I guess at a certain point, does it become clear which of those is taking place in my game? I don't know. All right, that's been Surviving Mars. I lived up to the title of the game for 2 hours this evening. Thank you guys so much for watching. Everyone have a great weekend. I'll be back on Monday at 6 p.m. Pacific, and after live streaming something for an hour, might be more of this. I know you guys have been just clamoring for more Guild Wars 2, so maybe that'll be what we do on Monday. But whatever it is, we'll do that for about an hour, then we'll do a drawing for Request Wednesday. And I'll see you guys then. Everyone have a great weekend. Have a great time at the Tomb Raider movie, and we'll talk to you on Monday. Cheers.